Oh man, guys. I mean, it's kind of this when Raku and Onodera are together, it's different than when he's together than any other girls cuz he's in love with her and she's in love with him. Well, Raku is basically, fighting his feelings for the other girls, but my god, this episode really just I want certain other girls to be with him, but then again, when you look at this episode, it's like, fuck, honestly, he's probably going to end up with Onodera. So, welcome, guys, to Nisekoi episode 11. And not necessarily that's a bad thing, because I like all the girls, honestly, but this one really showcased Onodera, and I gotta say, what a great episode. What a great balance. You had comedy in the first part, and then you had emotional impact in the second. And I'll get to that in a minute. I love the first part with the comedy-wise, with Onodera and her weight issues. And it ended up being fucking the weight thing. The weight thing? What the fuck's it called? Pretty much the scale. I'm sorry. The scale. As you can see, I don't go on the scale that often. But, the scale is it's busted, but she don't know that. So basically, Onodera goes on there and she says she needs to lose a couple of pounds. There's some great funny moments. I've absolutely loved the scene where she's sitting next to Raku and she growls, and then Raku's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, ah! Just coughing like to make it seem like it was a cough, then a growl. But then she growls again because she hasn't eaten anything. She skipped on breakfast, son. And then I love how the PE moment too, where she goes and she basically says, "Okay, it's exercise time." But why does it have to be swimming? Because she's not a very good swimmer. So she goes into the water. She's tired, she's exhausted, and she gets into the water and she's done. She's drowning. You see Rudy just like jump into the water, going to save her. That was so funny. And then also getting caught eating lunch early was a funny part as well. I mean, she was really just worried about her weight, and also when she wanted to go to the cake shop, and then when Raku offered her these candies, her favorite candies, she declined, and Raku knew there's something wrong here. And then I love the moments too with Raku and Onodera, where basically he gives her tea and he says, "You know what, you're thin, you're too thin. You need to take care of yourself." And then problem solved right there. Absolutely loved the first part, but then I absolutely love the second part. Now, after the weight issue episode, and then we see Haru get on the weight scale and it's busted. That's pretty funny. Haru's the one that fucking told her that she was, watch where she was eating. But, Onodera does eat a lot when she was showcasing, little moments like, oh, well, I did eat thin and did eat here, But the reason why she's so thin, I think, is going on to the next episode, which is titled Good Morning. And you see her walking such a distance from her house to the high school. Far, man. It's actually, for any other people with no patience, it'd be so troublesome. Shikamaru would not want to do that shit every day. And I was like, well, is this the end of the part one? Because I can see why she is still fucking skinny, because she's walking a long way. And it was so beautifully done, though. It's in a far off distance where you can barely see Onodera, and you see her going through train, walking so far, and then you see her meeting up, or Shirige, Sugumi meeting up with her, and the whole gang meets up with her sister meets up with her, and it just the look of it, the music, the no dialogue was such a beautiful opening to the next part of the episode. And basically that was Onodera explaining how she got into the school, why she got into the school, and how long she's loved Raku. And you know what? It's hard. I do love all the girls, and I do want Sugumi more than Shirige, but I do love Shirige as well. And you see, they have their moments with Raku, but god damn, man, I mean, Onodera and Raku, they're in love with each other. They're still in love with each other. I'm surprised they haven't been with each other since junior high, because they're too chicken shit. But just showcasing this episode, the work she put in just to go to the high school he's in, the good morning she had. That's what she wanted to. That's what she looks forward to every single day. Same with Raku. I mean, and then even at the end where she thinks she's failed, but then Raku is talking to her, and they're sharing a scarf, the red string of love. so to speak, like the last Naruto the movie. And they're sharing the scarf, and then she gets a call that they were going to confess. Raku was going to confess, but a call comes in, and she gets into the school. I mean, these two, when they're together, there is chemistry. There's really, well, I don't want to go as far as say there's no, like, they could just be each other when they're together, which is true. But then again, Onodera was like hiding the fact that she thinks she's getting a little fat. But they understand each other a lot, and it was crazy, man. This episode just really it's a shot to everybody else who wants Raku to end up with somebody else. But I mean, you can't deny the fact that, man, just this might happen, and you got to prepare for it because Onodera's a great, she's a great character. She is somebody like all the characters in this. All the girls, like, I don't hate any one of them. I love actually every one of them. They all bring something to the table. But I think the Onodera and Raku relationship is just so much more balanced and so much more sweet, I guess. But that could all change later on. Maybe he'll have different kind of feelings, especially with Shirage, Sugumi, Tachibana. It was a good episode, though. I think the second half was more emotional impact, more. Definitely love the art style in that. I love the art style. Also, the animation in the first half. Great animation all around. Great comedy as well. Loved how Haru goes into Onodera's room when she knows she's not getting in, and she's like running to her mom like, "Mom, Onodera's a graffiti." That was hilarious, but great stuff. I really enjoyed it. I think Nisekoi is definitely. Season 2 has lived up, and I think it's still really popular, and I think this was just a great episode. And I think Onodera fans are gonna love this episode, and I think I'm just along for the ride. Honestly, I already stated my case that I think Onodera will be the end girl, but I'm just along for the ride, and I really enjoy a lot of this stuff that's that's happening in comedy. It's basically it's just good. It's just good. This is good. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I mean, what do you guys think? Who's the end girl? That's my question. Who do you think is the end girl? And I want you guys to tell me why. So, see you guys later. Dan the Man is out.